Welcome to Snacks Weekly on Data Science. This podcast is all about making data science and machine learning knowledge accessible and less intimidating. Today, we are going to talk about setting goals across an organization. This episode is based on a tech blog titled How Facebook Sets Goals, written by their analytics team. You can find the blog link in this episode's description. Throughout this episode, we will dissect this topic from both business and data science angles. Now, let's dive in. On the business side, let's take a look at the problem to be solved. Meta is one of the world's largest tech companies. It has a market capitalization of over $1 trillion. The company runs major platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Reality Labs, shaping nearly every part of the digital landscape. Inside the company, teams work on everything from improving user experience to advancing artificial intelligence systems. Meta includes several distinct organizations, and each focused on its own specific goals. Within these organizations, multiple teams and sub-teams operate with different areas of focus. In such a fast-paced and complex environment, it is easy for efforts to become fragmented. Without a clear and consistent goal-setting framework, issues can quickly emerge, such as duplicated work, misaligned metrics, and potentially investments in initiatives that don't meaningfully support the company's overall strategy. That is why a consistent and structured approach to goal setting is so important. At Meta, it's not just about keeping teams busy, it's about making sure their work leads to real impacts. Whether it's boosting ad performance, increasing user engagement, or scaling new technologies, goal alignment helps every team see how their work fits into the bigger picture. And in a company where data drives decisions, having the right goals is the key to move fast without losing focus. Now that we've understood the business problem, let's shift gear and dive into the data science side to see what Meta's solution looks like. This tech blog outlines Meta's approach to goal setting, which is not through a new algorithm or machine learning models, but through a thoughtful design framework that brings structure, alignment, and accountability to the organization. At the heart of this system is something called the goal map, which is a conceptual tool that visualizes how goals and their dependencies connect across teams. Let's break it down into 4 practices and bring the goal map to life. The first, how is the goal map used? The goal map helps align team-level work with broader company objectives. Each team defines goals that ladder up to organizational priorities. For example, the marketplace team might focus on improving marketplace daily active user, which is a metric directly within their control. Well, gains in the marketplace daily active user is likely contribute to a broader goal like increasing Facebook engagement, which ladders up to increasing overall Meta Family app engagement. This structure helps leaders quickly answer questions like, is this team's work driving meaningful outcomes? Or are multiple teams solving the same problem independently? By making dependencies visible, Meta improves coordination across different teams, while avoiding unnecessary duplication. The second part of the practice is how are goals prioritized. Not all the goals carry the same weight. Meta uses a tiering system to categorize goals by priority. Tier 1 metrics represent top-level focus, while Tier 2 metrics are also important but secondary. Meta also introduces countermetrics, which is metrics that serve as a guardrail. This ensures that progress in one area doesn't come at the cost of another. For example, a team focused on reducing upload time might track crash rates as a countermetric, ensuring that performance improvements doesn't degrade reliability. These built-in checks help to balance out short-term wins with long-term health of the organization. The third practice is about how are goal targets set. Meta uses a combination of the top-down strategic needs and bottom-up input from teams to set goal targets. They aim for what they called 50-50 goals, which is target with roughly a 50% chance of being hit. This strikes a healthy balance between ambition and realism. Targets are informed by historical benchmarks, seasonal trends, and resourcing constraints. The idea is to push teams to take bold, meaningful bets, while without creating unrealistic expectations. The result is that more innovation and thoughtful execution, without sandbagging or burnout. The fourth practice is about how is progress being tracked. Progress isn't evaluated through a static report. Meta uses several methods to track how teams are performing. There is longitudinal tracking to monitor metrics movement over time. There is also holdout experiments that use control groups to isolate the true impact of a product or initiative. Besides the above two, there is also milestone goals, which is to capture strategic efforts like shipping a new feature or completing an infrastructure migration. Those are things may not move metrics immediately but are critical to the long-term goals. All of these measurement methods are tied back to the goal map, which ensures the metrics stay connected to the broader company's outcome. Now we discussed both the business problem and the technical solution. Let's wrap it up. In this episode, we explored how Meta tackles a complex organization-wide challenge, which is setting measurable, aligned, and impactful goals. The structured approach using the goal map offers a valuable playbook for anyone in analytics, data science, or product leadership. Even if one is at a much smaller company, the lessons here are still relevant. You can start with a lightweight version of a goal map, or introduce better ways to connect metrics eventually to the strategy. If you like the content of this episode, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a 5-star review and leave a comment. Your feedback is very appreciated, and I'll see you next week.